All right, let's go with the tie-breaking games here for the day. Well, at least about to start a major tiebreaker here. TL versus Gen G, sitting on, what, fifth game of the day right now? I can count this high. Fifth game of the day. Big lives, big stakes here for North America, for all of the West, frankly. Right now it's Gen G and LNG. In case you missed it, are ahead by a game against the other half of the group, TL and Mad Lions at 2 and 3. So TL able to at least start the tie-breaking conquest, and they need to actually like secure this win over Gen G to give themselves hopes of getting out of groups, and for the organization actually making their first time out of groups in their history. Because I think the only Western teams, at least the only North American teams, have been I think it's only been Cloud9. So TL giving North America some hope again. So right now, Aphelios getting taken away from Ruler is probably the biggest highlight. Yuumi is pretty standard. Blue side ban. So yeah, Lee Sin would be perfectly fine for Clid. Santorin's been actually limited here. Not the... Well, he's actually going to take it up. So taking that away from Clid seems like a pretty good pick. And here comes the Misfortune. Are they going to go right on into the Leona? They are going to get it. So Misfortune first picked in with Leona right behind it. So Gen G just locking in their bot lane, playing this very standard to what we've seen in the world so far. So not too surprising, not too crazy. Oh no, Tactical's being given Jhin. I hate this. This is not cash money. The Rakan's going to come in as well, which is... The Rakan's the great saving pick for this, but the Jhin's damage output just is so limited here. They're going to have to give Alphari and Jensen like hyper carry elements, and Santorin's going to have to actually have some major playmaking, but I have hated the Jhin in this tournament so far. I call it like, LS's opinion encroaching in on mine, but the Jhin just has not shown up. It does not provide any great damage with his ultimate anymore. The Renekton getting picked up by Rascal seems like a very much throw down the gauntlet against Alphari, so that's bold, to say the absolute least. Gen G are basically gonna like not have a jungler option here. Xin Zhao's already banned away. Jace is gonna be taken away from Alphari. Not too big of a deal. He's got plenty of options. They may even get rid of the Gangplank, which hasn't even been that strong of a pick in this tournament. So it wouldn't be the biggest heartbreak in all honesty. But now Team Liquid able to just get rid of Jarvan. They can get rid of what's been another powerful jungler pick so far. Rise taken away. Mid lane limitations on Jensen aren't gonna hit that hard. There's been 4 taken away from him, particularly the Twisted Fate, but at this point, BDD versus Jensen. Nothing that concerning, that crazy. Yeah, Syndra would be fine for mid lane. There's the Viego ban. So, took a minute. Maybe they need to figure out the rest of their draft, but TLF actually banned out one of the Rising Stars. And Talia we saw much earlier on in the tournament, and it clapped very hard, very well, like the 2 games it played during play-ins. And I think we're about to see it brought out again. The Talia Renekton combo topside is very powerful, very dangerous, very akin to the Nidalee Renekton combo. And so this topside actually just became the main focus of Gen G very clearly and very obviously. Syndra is a pretty easy pick up for Jensen here. And now what is Alphari going to pick into this very scary combo? Because this kind of demands either he plays much more passively than ideally, or... Oh, the Gnar? I kind of like the Gangplank, but he's going to pick up the Gnar. So Alphari bringing in sort of the more whimsical team fight, hoping that he gets the Gnar off, but I don't like this draft from Team Liquid. I don't like it. I don't like the Jhin. I don't like the Yone in for BDD. This just got super spicy. This is going to get super fun. So Gen G stepping way out of comfort zone here. This team actually getting way spicier than expected, because they were expected to be quite boring at this tournament. Talking to anyone that watches the Korean scene, and here comes in Yone for BDD. And the Talia Renekton combo is very much what was bread and butter in the LPL. Some major differences running out here. Some major advantages kind of over to Gen G, in my opinion. Just the combo topside is very powerful. Alfari not really given a great carry and a great high damage bruiser or even just hard carry. And I don't like Jin on anyone, including Tactical. It's not like Tactical is like some mastermind genius at the character. So this is a very suspicious draft from Team Liquid. I don't like it. I don't think it scales into the late game all too well. I think the misfortune is kind of being given full rights to go entirely lethality. No one is going to be that thick on the side of Team Liquid, that tanky. Maybe Gnar and Mega Gnar for him, but he's going to be built bruised. He's going to be super squishy when he's small, when he's mini Gnar. So I think Genji are just kind of like, wrapped and done with this. And Yone's combo into like a Leona ultimate just means instantly dead persons. Just so I don't know. It's kind of how do the first 5 to 10 minutes of this game go is gonna pretty much decide everything. Because TL are just not they've not drafted themselves anything clever, anything cheesy, or anything that surprising, or anything I think is gonna catch anyone off guard and be able to be some niche strat that's going to get them this win. They're poking out looking for cheesy invade. Cause gonna spot him. Alright, so ward acquired there on red buff and blue and the other red buff. So everyone kind of warded up here. Both teams going to be pretty good at inferring where the enemy jungler is going to be pathing to. Pretty much kind of, I wonder if it's going to be like a level 2 gank from Klid, because he can just kind of immediately go in to top side after he gets level 2, and they can just have a very quick and easy kill onto Alfari depending on how he levels his first 2 abilities. Yep, heavy leash both sides. So they're both starting bot sides. So that's actually the biggest part here. So top side focus appears to be the name of the game. Both junglers are going to end up around that top side for that scuttle contention, and it's always kind of come down to like what camps are going to be skipped, if any, to determine like who gets there faster, whose pathing ends up being better, being swifter. Alfari taking the range matchup here is actually going to be pretty good for him, and kind of not allowing Rascal to have any chance to counteract him. Both junglers keeping pretty good pace. Krug's skipped by Santorin. So now how is this going to actually play out for top side, or who's going to be able to get there first, or even who's going to get there for the counter? Because counter gank's going to end up being a better situation for the counter jungler just because they can actually react better to the situation than the initial jungler, who is, up until the reveal happens, is inferring that there's no one coming, or is unsure of how that is going to happen. Santorin is going to get first move for this top side. Rascal's not all too good. I think Santorin's just going to shadow this, and they're going to move in for it. It's going to make him move, and the flash has to be forced out by Rascal. This does give Klid a little avenue in. Jensen needs to watch it. Dodges the stun, but he's going to be able to push away BDD, and also classic sidestep from Jensen. Gets away from the CC from Klid, and that should be pretty good there. And right now, CS even looking for the bot side. It looks like the Skull was first taken by Santorin. Engaged now on a good route up. Life is going to be brought down very low. Good trade there for the Team Liquid bot lane. I think might actually engage here hard and properly, and that's gonna be double up here. Good damage onto life here, but CoreJJ always gonna get rooted up. The second drop up, CCC doesn't land. I think we might have a dive here. BDD needs to watch himself. Soul Unbound is not going to allow you to escape too much too long.
Santorin is going to look for a dive in mid lane right now, and again, this is what I wanted to see from them in the early game, playing through mid, trying to shut BDD down, but BDD is doing a great job in terms of the farm and playing around any potential early pressure.
Definitely positioned well to not be caught, because certainly there's mid laners who would have died that dive right there, but was not able to be shot by the Lee Sin, so he's just fine. Equal gold between these teams.
Alright, so they're holding out pretty well here. First 5 minutes has come and gone officially. Drake is up, Infernal up and available. Now Life getting his rotation off, at least getting his timing, is going to come on in. Does not get the ward up, but does get to see quite a bit of the jungle. It's been pinged out by Santorin, it looks like. Clayton BDD themselves looking for a gank here onto the manaless Jensen. RJ is just going to walk Life out of his jungle, trying to find any of the wards, but it's not going to be spotted. And teleport back mid. Life, look at the shadow. Jensen teleports as well, gets a little bit of damage on the entryway in, dodges away from any of the damage from the Soul Unbound, and that should be pretty good. It's a pretty good situation there for for TL and Jensen, all things considered. Alright, so not much happening for this combo topside that we were kind of riling up about earlier on. Kind of, I don't know, waiting for the pathing to end up in that direction. BDD not pushed away by the Scout of the Week. Alright, so where does this play out and where does this really go to? Yeah, the move speed with the passive is going to help Talia go from camp to camp really quickly and just really expedite her ability to kind of power farm compared to what Santorin's Lee Sin's going to be able to do. And I think Santorin might actually have a problem here. It's going to ward hop away Core JJ, going to be a little bit of trouble. Dragon's going to be procced. I'm a little bit of pain. And that'll be the Scuttle Crab acquired, it looks like. Ooh, it's going to be captured by Tactical. And do they want to go on this? Nope. But they might settle for the Drake. And it looks like Alfire is actually going in. Just going to... Alright, just nothing too crazy there. Secured by... Oh, but... Oh, Life. Oh, the good little push away there. And that is going to be an ultimate in from BDD here. Huge damage going out here, but no one's actually died just yet. Core JJ is going to be able to actually jump away. And Santorin's just going to chase BDD across, trying to get the catch. Gets the ward hop here, but he's not going to be able to get the rest of the damage out here. Click coming in to save the situation. Santorin low energy, goes back in. Kind of trying to look for something out here from Jensen, but oh, there's Core JJ for the secure with the Q. And he's going to go back in further. Ultimate up and available for Jensen, but what are they going to be able to find here? Tactical chasing down Ruler on the other side of this is getting a little weird. He's going to get the auto up. Flashes a little unnecessarily there. I wasn't sure he got it, I guess. And Team Liquid coming out on top of that, sort of spread across the mid lane skirmish. Good start here for Team Liquid. Good little ward hop here there just to get away from Life so the stun wouldn't come out. He puts it onto Core JJ, but that's kind of a waste here. Knock up onto BDD kind of prevents him from putting out any more damage, and Santorin just kind of follows him almost to the end of it and doesn't actually get the damage off. But I love this bait out here. Jensen just is kind of pushing him into this play right here, and Santorin just kind of sets up. But Core JJ with the finish off, I don't care if it's not where you don't want the gold to go, but it's such a power move here. And Tactical just chasing Ruler down here, level 6, a little bit extra health and mana just to help secure this. That auto goes off and he just doesn't register that it went. That's pretty good banter. That's actually would be pretty good banter from Core JJ. I wouldn't call it entirely true, but you might want to win this one first. Alright, so Genji counteracting with this. Oh, getting the turret plate money on the ruler is good stuff. Get his lethality build going, which I would have expected, but it does not look like it's going to be the case here. And Rascal's dead. Oh, and the Dominus is going to come off here. Oh, and that's going to miss. He's so close. Dead. Oh, and here it comes. Oh, he's going to kick him off of it. And now Alfari is going to be in major trouble here. He had that 1v1. It just does not work out. He needed one more auto. Needed one more auto to win that.
He knew that Rascal still had the ultimate available, and so he wasn't going to take the bait, but Clid was in a better position to respond before Santorin, and with Clid still having the ultimate up, they were able to get a punish. Very unfortunate there for Alfari.
Yeah, Sveti is highlighting that the Dominus was available the whole time. So Alfari, playing as much smarter than I am, goes on in, gets a fantastic batch of trade on. He's so low. Oh, the Q flashes away for it. Alvaro just kind of takes it as a win here. If he'd have gotten that off, it might have really like messed with this. Love the great kick there just to, well, he might have actually set him up for death either way. Hold them together. Genji coaching staff not too confident for this one. We're only 10.5 minutes, so 10 minutes in. TL not too far behind. Like an 800 gold difference right now. But a lot of these turret plates and this, gold denial is kind of going to really like catapult them further ahead by quite a bit. Like quite a few hundred gold considerably, especially with like missing cannon minions like that. Yep. Yeah, Santorin's still doing work here, but this Talia, especially with 2 kills, is going to start really ramping up on her power farm and probably have a lot more opportunities than Santorin will for ganks while also getting the full clear. All right, Herald drop here mid lane. CoreJJ here to actually provide support to make sure that it can actually happen. No fights. There goes some turret plates there under Jensen and a Santorin. Still trying to keep that gold close and even. Right now it's only like a 600-700 gold difference. They can hold on to this. They can keep this moving. Alfari, while actually dying there, is not that far behind. Only like 400 gold behind Rascal right now. And depending on who you talk to, maybe the Gnar is a little bit more viable in the game. But Tactical and CoreJJ are kind of caught out in the middle of, they don't want to be anywhere. Tactical is perfectly fine here, rooted up here. And I think the teleport play from Genji may not be as advisable as you would have hoped or thought. And they might even lose the Drake here. It's going to be secured by Santorin here. Now comes the fight here. Alfari, no Narbar up and available. He's going to try to get out of this. Alfari super low. And now there's going to be the connection here. Sonic Wave is going to connect as well. Santorin waiting for the energy to come up. One more auto. It's going to be secured. Oh, the level up from Clid by the wave. He's still going to go down. But now CoreJJ, Tactical in trouble again. And now Tactical trying to find his way over, but he's not going to be able to dodge out BDD. Now Santorin's going in to actually stop this. Soul Unbound. He's trying to get the damage onto him to actually kill him off, but BDD is going to go down as well. 3 down on the side of Genji for 3 down on the side of TL, but Team Liquid get the Drake. They get their second Drake there, building towards that soul point. And the team fighting kind of feels better as long as you don't end up, cornered in a pit.
They get themselves the Drake, and I think TL's going to be pretty happy with that, especially with how the fight started, with Genji committing a lot before their members were really in a position to follow up, allowing TL to suddenly punish the overextension.
Yeah, a lot of that fight was Genji just overcommitting into the situation at all, and the counteractions from Team Liquid were more than enough here. It was a stun and everything, and Tactical basically able to stay out of trouble altogether, laying down the curtain call. And that just provided enough coverage for Team Liquid to actually get in and get the Dragon. Meanwhile, BDD and Clid are trying to bait this one out. Ooh, that level up was too perfect. And but that just ends up allowing BDD and Ruler to come in and actually get the 3 kill zone.
If we split, BDD and Ruler could, in theory, just kill all of us. But they wanted to make sure they get the kill, and then so much invested the flash and everything from the bot side of the map to be able to trade back. So
That was Yax Effect replay, and it was Team Liquid staying alive here at the World Championship, and yet the gold deficit is still 1,000.
Gold deficit is still in Gen G's favor here right now. Team Liquid get that fight win, but it's they've got to be able to win more, or at least not give away so many kills after they get themselves a good objective. And this first turret for them should really help keep it equalized here. Bot side went down not too long ago, but they'll get their counter objective here.
Extra gain. Does Team Liquid get the other half of that trade from the bottom side, so it gets them much closer into the overall exchange of gold. Meanwhile, the teleports all used in the last play, so the only one with the big global is Klid with his ulti.
Jensen,
Yeah.
in his career history, has been one to eliminate Gen G from the group stage. That was, I believe, the Cloud9 run back in the day, and he was a key mid laner when that happened, 2018. The best North America ever.
Well, it sounds like Jensen's about to repeat history with how this game is, what possibilities lie before us. Taking Gen G out would actually do a great number, especially taking out one of the less than favored Korean representatives. They're going to be able to actually grab, but Gen G's going to be able to grab the Herald.
Health turret health for Gen G, because they can push on top turret as well as picking up the Rift Herald. So this is going to be them pushing further ahead on tempo. While Alfari will
But,
this out.
well, this Herald's going to be able to get a lot done, but, oh boy, Korjide is actually overreached here right now, and the Solar is going to come through. He's going to go down here. Kills goes over to Ruler. It's not like NGL aren't going to have much to do with it. They're going to be able to get, I believe, 2 turrets for the price of, well, 1 Herald. Secondary turret will actually hurt a lot, but this, if they actually get the inhibitor turret, that might actually be the camel that broke the straw that broke the camel's back. They'll get the charge up, but the turret will stay up, so the gold still maintains a bit of neutrality. We're getting closer and closer to like a 2k gold lead for Gen G. So Team Liquid need to find something to keep to minimize that gap, to keep them in contention. Any distinct item advantages right now? 1.5, 1.5. Nothing too crazy. Everyone with their mythic, except for the supports right now. So way to keep decent pace on the side of tactical, while 3 kills have been put into Ruler as well as some turret plate money.
Number one thing on Gen G's list here, you see them immediately sussing every single one of those outs. Multiple control wards going down, sweeper goes down, and immediately they clean the area in preparation for the dragon.
Staying at a range, gonna let that control word regen is the threat of Jensen landing.
All right, here comes dragon fights, or at least here comes the dragon posturing. Trying to play the ward game. Korjide just sitting over here. We're looking for the engage. I think TL are looking for the play to actually grab a kill to get themselves the clear advantage in the fight and secure a third Drake for them. Santorin might be caught out here. Gonna ward hop out. Flash up and available for most everyone except for, I think Tactical does not have his flash. But all flashes elsewhere, including on Gen G's, are available. TL gonna get the dragon started up here. Flank trying to be actually sussed out here by Korjide and Alfari, trying to keep Rascal away from it. But this is allowing Life and Ruler to be up and available. BDD trying to wrap around the drag pit. Root's gonna be caught. They're trying to use this 4th shot and everything. It's good secured here, and TL are out. They actually get that, and there's not gonna be any follow up here. No CC up and available. And they're going to come back in. Actually, I think they want to get the fight, but the knockup from Korjide does actually land. And BDD is going to be able to actually turn this around. He's going to stay alive here, and Santorin goes down. So TL looking for the bait and switch, looking to actually punish Gen G and get themselves back and get themselves firmly ahead in this game. The play goes a little awry. Santorin goes down.
personally charmed up was Life, and then once you overcommit for a Leona, you know that Gen G have so many zoning tools with the Talia E along with the Misfortune ultimate that it was too difficult for TL to successfully
Yeah.
follow up.
Well, luckily, the good news is that they didn't try to follow up on that misengage. But very good ideas here from Team Liquid, honestly. So I do enjoy this. They go back into the pure vision. He just goes in, misses Klid, misses BDD. BDD flashes away from the charm. So super close. I like the idea though.
clicking, very talented. But that is going to
Keep your mouse close to your character.
Yeah, exactly. Very well played by them. The good news for Team Liquid is they are at soul point. The bonus movement speed and the cooldown reduction on your ultimates is always going to be a little bit extra valuable.
It'd be very good, especially for Jensen blowing people up repeatedly.
Is that Elder Drake? The sooner that is alive,
And especially for the engages for Core JJ. So those are the two ultimates that I think would benefit Team Liquid the most with the Cloud Drake Soul.
he is still ramping up and is going to be harder and harder to deal with. If you can force him into a fight,
And now we're getting all right. 20 minutes is approaching.
Liquid is still in a good position to be
Turret plates are long gone. Third Drake has been acquired. 3 in a row for Team Liquid. They are positioning themselves quite well. 2K gold, 2.5K gold lead for Gen G right now. And it's mostly probably by just CS numbers, like 20, 10. Yeah, so it's like 20 CS in the favor of Ruler, and probably the rest might have been from turret plating and also just how much, at least what they had for the turret gold, and also getting that tier 2. That doesn't look like, yeah, all 3 outers for Team Liquid have been acquired, but not any of the tier 2s.
He can have big ultimates plus the ability with Gale Force to get into some very precarious positions. Full summoners and Gale Force active already. If they can get that, recall there for Tactical, at least he picks up the last Whisper component, but it's still going to be tremendous.
Yeah, right now Tactical's way behind on the damage profile. 2 complete items for Ruler right now. He's a good, oh dear, he's a good like 2,200 gold ahead. He is the gold lead actually over Tactical right now. CS plus the kills has really put him in a position to be the kind of major, at least, carry for what Misfortune could do.
Being all in, but has to hit one of these big stuns in order for Team Liquid to actually find that team fight win.
Tactical just farming until he can find the rest of Lord Dominic's, but yes, Ruler is a big deal. Clid on 1.5 items as the stopwatch, going for the full Zonias, which I feel like people have been going away from. But in this case, Clid definitely wants to have the active back even after he breaks his stopwatch. We're waiting for the rest of the champions to stack up. Sterik's not far away for Rascal. That'll be a very big power spike to make him a good frontliner.
I kind of like actually what Team Liquid did there too. You see the shadowing from Core JJ to ensure that Jensen can push out on top side without any of these surprise plays to burn a flash before the team fight. It's these minutes leading up to the team fight sometimes where you can actually make the biggest play. Burning out a flash on Ruler or on Jensen, something like that, would have really big ramifications for when the objective does arrive 1 minute here on the Dragon, as everybody's now resetting and getting those control wards set up for it.
They just got to be able to actually find and secure such a advantage, and frankly, Gen G are actually basically going to put it in Team Liquid's corner of, do you want Soul or do you want us to take the Baron? And that usually doesn't exactly favor the team that gets Baron, because the Soul is a permanent buff while the Baron is only a temporary buff. But if Gen G are able to actually like close that gold gap in such a distinct and strong enough manner, there's not exactly going to be a great opportunity for Team Liquid to win fights later on.
Genji is hovering around the Baron. The good news for Team Liquid is there is still this control ward just sitting behind them, ready to be used as a teleport. They are just baiting it out. They're forcing Team Liquid to come and face.
We're trying to make Team Liquid actually really mess this one up here. Alfari is with the teleport up and available, so Team Liquid just have to show just enough presence in the mid lane, and Alfari will actually solo this Drake down. I think Genji might be aware of that. Rascal's backing, try to get a final purchase. He's got a Sterik's gauge here, so the item advantage is kind of really sitting in their favor right now. 2 completed item, like half an item difference for the top laner and the AD carry. It's going to be acquired here, and now, oh, this is where TL need to back off here. The engage is going to come on in onto Core JJ. He's going to charm up here. He's going to be so low here, but he's going to be followed and burned down. He's dead. Auto comes through from Ruler, and there goes the wall. So Team Liquid routed into their jungle and not near their turret, and this is where Gen G are actually going to be able to push in. I think they can get this turret here. They can zone them out here. It's going to be able to get a few turret shots on, and that's all they need here. They don't care if that that cannon goes down, but that exchange of support, Soul, Cloud Soul for turret, and now they have control around this Baron. Now the Baron is actually something to be contended with, and now it's going to be really hard to actually figure out what they want to do here. Tactical throwing out his ultimate, trying to actually also spot what options are available. Rascal with the dominance up here. He's ready for the fight. Now here comes the engage over. Golden action from Jensen to keep himself alive here. Flashes away, but the stun's going to come on in from Rascal, and he's going to go down here before his ult can really get much else done here. Now it's on Alfari. Tactical. Core JJ has returned in Santorum, but the flash away from Ruler. Now this is going to be a split here. Where does Team Liquid want to go here? They got 3 in their jungle running away, and now Alfari trying to catch BDD, but he flashes away from the Gnar. Knock up from the Core JJ doesn't land, and now the Soul Unbound is going to be here and available. He's going to go down for it. Big shutdown gold on Alfari. Pretty good news there for Team Liquid here. But the Baron has been denied. And that's going to be the biggest win here for Team Liquid now. They get their Cloud Soul. They only lose their mid laner and their support across that exchange. And they are still in this game here. 3K gold inside of Gen G is not the biggest deal in the world. It's not too big. It's troublesome. Yeah, great engage here. Puts Jensen on the back foot immediately. He has to sort of gold, puts a stopwatch up, flash away. It still doesn't even save his life. And then Core JJ just walks through. He doesn't care about Rascal. He's looking for the fight, looking for the play. Clid and Life get out scot-free. And then they're just like, let's chase down BDD. Let's get the big carry. He's got the shutdown gold on him. And they get what they need to get done there. So now it's going to be the main focus here around this Baron here. And the Cloud Soul on the side of Team Liquid kind of means that the timings, the usual timings, and the intuitive timings, as well as the written ones, are going to be less reliable on the side of Gen G, unless they somehow run the memorization for what those ultimate ability hastes stats are going to do to Team Liquid's comps ult cooldowns. Well, Team Liquid are poised right now to actually be the second team in North American history to get themselves out of groups here. It just needs to start here. It needs to start with this Baron either getting secured or the bait being used properly. Santorum getting a little bit of damage out of him. Going to use the Star Fruit to keep him up and alive, but they are forcing Gen G to react to them. Yeah, they got rid of Yone's teleport here. So Team Liquid doing a good job removing resources from Gen G, taking those cross-map options off the table. And if they maintain control, then Alfari can actually get this bot wave pushed out, and maybe even get that tier 2 bot turret taken away as well. Now, Team Liquid set this one up, and Gen G are only leaving their base right now. They're short. They don't take Baron that quickly. Tactical's not a real AD carry. Jensen's going to do decent work here, and Alfari is actually gnarred out in the middle of the jungle, looking for maybe a flank option here onto Life and Company. Clid's going to come on over, put a control ward over. TL just going to back off here, and Alfari does not have the rage available for the fight that they might want. Or Gen G now, after they've returned from their base, they're going to have everything that they want and need to clear out all this vision, and they now have control of the Baron pit. And now it's going to be on Team Liquid to figure out what they want to do to regain that territory, or worry about Gen G taking over the Baron pit and baiting their summoner spells out, their teleports out. Yeah, Elder's going to be the next big one altogether.
Generally its purpose. It is very strong for the reason of allowing a team to just win a team fight and end a game. And so many games have been decided on the fight around Elder, and we're only just approaching the 30-minute mark. There's still room and windows for, even if this Drake goes down, for either team to be able to turn it around. But I feel like that this fight is going to determine a lot.
2,000 gold on the AD carry, 1,000 gold on the jungler, 1,000 gold on the top lane. That's where Gen G's gold lead lives. That's a good place to put it, to be honest. They're all going to be high-impact champions.
This control ward right here is so important for Gen G, because Rascal, with his TP, will be able to set up...
You'll be able to get a solid flank on them if they actually end up with a mid lane fight. Teleport being expended here by Jensen to get himself back mid lane. We're kind of ending up in an NA Ram situation. All right, here comes all the posturing here. Jensen, very, very up on his Nara bar here. He's actually, nope, that was Santorin. My bad. So far as going bot side to catch this wave here, his teleport is up and available. It's still up and available. It did not have to get used in the last exchange or in the last fight, but he's gonna be able to catch and push that wave out. Baron's up as well, but I think this Eternal Drake will be is the bigger prize. I really think it's the bigger prize here. If you win the fight, after they have with Baron buff on, then they just don't have Baron, and they don't have any way to defend themselves or push out the waves like they need to.
That seems unlikely to happen, though, as these teams... Now, that ward finally does get killed. Tactical spots it. They are still playing for the bottom river.
Very tense right now. Obviously, Gen.G do have the gold lead, but this fight could determine a lot. It can still go either way. TL with control of the river for the time being.
A lot of little poking options there, trying to find the grab, trying to find the engage here. Alfaris and Meganar, and this is where all Gen.G have to do is sort of wait this one out, stay out of trouble, stay out of arm's reach of Alfari, and then they'll be able to actually have a reaggress with basically, you know, half a champion as Alfari. Now, Gen.G, life has been their primary engage here. It might be who you want to watch here. There's no flanks coming in from either team. The ward options for teleport flanks is not really existent. Oh, they're going to get the turn on them, and there's going to be the upgrade here. And that's going to be a dead ruler here. Great engage here from Core JJ and Jensen here. And Core JJ is going to be able to get out here. Rascal is going to be forced away here. Now the other fight across of it, Life and BDD trying to make it happen here. BDD's Clid's forced to go. Golden action. It's just not going to be enough here, and he's going to go down here. BDD unable to do anything in this fight here, and Eternal Drake is going to be in Team Liquid's hands here. I think North America might have hope, and they might have a chance to take down the Korean representatives here and send North America into a different kind of into the record books here. They're gonna get the Eternal Drake. They're gonna be able to get the Baron. They can push with both of these, and this should be base breaking, but even game winning options here. BDD is gonna cross map. He's gonna try to actually force the issue, and get this bot wave shoved in. Maybe try to take down the 2 turrets and the inhib. But Team Liquid just with the attention, using the attention diversion. And just striking at that moment, just a little bit of, oh, we need to go this way. And the moment those two turn their heads, Core JJ and Jensen just jump on Ruler and don't give him a chance. Watch this. So they're kind of a little bit separated here, but the stun across, they just move across. The stun range is there. Out of Fog of War, and Tactical is all in on this one and just has to put down just enough fire to limit and ends up pretty much saving Core JJ's life here, and Jensen just abuses it. Meanwhile, Santorin is on the other side just causing ruckus with Alfari, and there's just no chance for him. Oh, it's just great. Just a little bit of relief there on Cold's face here. Gen.G actually, shoving out bot wave here. They've gotten the turret, and Team Liquid might be forced to react to this here. Alfari's going to be bot side, but it doesn't look like Team Liquid will be able to get much done with this, and Gen.G's going to force the issue. They're going to actually take this inhibitor turret, while Team Liquid base race? Base race would be really weird. Baron would win this super hard. They just need a little bit of defense here with the minions, and now Tactical and Santorin gonna get some damage in here. Gonna be able to get this inhib down. Inhib advantage very much in their favor, and I think Team Liquid are trying to actually delay the backs. That's gonna be a secured piece, secured at least that lane there. They've got 2 minutes left basically. Can TL use their waves to actually get this? And are they able to get the collapse here? Because Gen.G been forced to just run away here. One back has gone off here. It's going to be one left. One last one here. Oh, we might... all right, Life. All right. They can get this bot side wave shoved in. 20 seconds left on TL. Then the Eternal Drake will be gone. That buff will be gone. And now here comes the curtain call from Tactical to shove them off, and I think they're gonna get on, and they want to use it. They'll use last seconds of it, and they're gonna get 2 executes off here. 2-1. That's all they needed. That's just enough fire to burn Gen.G out of this, and the tiebreaker is on here. We're gonna need some miracle plays here from Ruler and BDD for them to actually hold this one. But Santorin's up and alive, frontlining this. Rascal's gonna try to get himself inside of this. BDD is gonna aggress, but the bullet time does not get anything done here. Rascal's going to go golden, but he's just going to be a statue, soon to be dead. Crocodile turn you into a pair of boots. Tactical is going to kite away from that perfectly there. And he's going to catch BDD with the snipe. Guardian Angel is going to get procced, but there's not going to be too much else for him. Stun's going to miss, and they've run out of wave. 30 seconds left on this Baron here, and the revives are coming here. Clid is about to be up here. Life's going to be up and available as well here. TL need to actually finish this off right about now here. Turret's going to go down, and here comes the engage. It's only going to catch one. Oh, this has gone terribly wrong here. They need to actually recover this one, and the team fight is going to get secured here. Big kills coming from Jensen and Alfari. BDD still alive here, trying to make this happen. Goes the wrong direction on the W, but that should be the end of the fight here. Clid on the outskirts is going to go golden, but Team Liquid there, striking decisively. This is what we saw from them at the beginning of the day here against LNG here. Not flinching, not second guessing themselves, not playing this slow game here. And that might be the first win we've seen on a Jhin in a long time in this group stage. But Team Liquid have made their chances available, brought hope to NA, and this is looking like it's going to be a much longer day. Tiebreakers are incoming.